Anybody who does not allow you to be yourself is not the Father. It's like, no, anybody who does not allow you to be yourself is not for you. Welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Tyanitz, and let's just get straight into today's video. Disclaimer: take what resonates, leave the rest. There's no right or wrong way to heal yourself. But speaking from experience, anybody who is not for me will always bring out the worst in you, in me. Anybody who is not for you is always going to bring out the worst in you. Let me know if you've experienced this down below. Now, before some of y'all try to get in my comment sections and be like, well, you're not always going to agree with people, and, you know, life is about perspective. We know that. We understand that. Two things could be existing at the same time. Just because I've gone through certain things or seen certain things doesn't mean everyone else in the world feels the same way or has. Just like the way you see certain things doesn't mean I agree with it. But that doesn't mean that we disrespect people. That doesn't mean we go back and forth with people. That doesn't mean we challenge people, we trigger people, we hurt and harm people intentionally. Because that's what I'm talking about. People who intentionally go out their way to try to humble people or destroy people. Because it's one thing if people are lost or you just have differences. That's called a conversation. You're not always going to agree with people. But a lot of times you have differences with familiar spirits and familiar people, when you elevate. And that's when things start to become chaotic, and that's when you start to feel tension. You have to learn to accept people for who they are. And I'm speaking from experience because I've had this encounter not too long ago be brought up to my attention. And instead of fighting it, instead of forcing it, and it takes some time to do, like, I'm not invalidating how you feel towards people. I'm not saying that you should not care about people that you are related to or that you know, but trying to force relationships with people is not healthy. And you have to realize that if certain people don't see any wrong with what they do, or if they're okay with who they are and they don't want to be in your life, you can't feel any type of way. It's not fair to care about people and overextend yourself to people who don't do the same thing for you. Anybody who tried to bring out the worst in me, rather that was me yelling, arguing, fighting, cursing, screaming, chasing, like back and forth, like just anything that was not who I was, I had to realize you don't mean me any well because you don't mean yourself any well, or you want me to act out of character because you're not happy for me and you need to be removed out of my life. And every single person, and as I'm making this video, slowly but surely, the rest of the people are being removed. A lot of them have passed away, and a lot of them I just will never speak to and never want anything to do with them. Because what I realize is when people want the best in you, because I've had good people. Everyone's not a bad person. You're going to encounter some people. It may not be a lot of good people. That's why you have to learn to appreciate people and treasure good people, because unfortunately it's rare, which is crazy. But I'm going to make that into a different topic, into a different video. But it's like when people want the best for you, they're patient. They're gentle. They hold you accountable. They discipline you. They correct you. They're there for you. They're able to allow you to take up space. They're not envious of you. They support you. Whether it's for your business, your job, they engage, they like, they comment, subscribe. That's the bare minimum. Only somebody who is not happy with themselves can support you, like, share, and let people know that you're doing something. Two people could be running a business the same. You're not going to have the same customers. And at the end of the day, people are people. And when you work together, you know, you do well. But when a lot of people are selfish, or a lot of people just are how they are in a negative way, they don't care. Nobody who wants the best for you is going to compete with you. Nobody who wants the best with you is going to pick other people before you. And you have to realize that. And I know sometimes it could be familiar spirits, but you just have to realize that you're meant to outgrow them. And a familiar spirit is exactly what it sounds like. Family, friends, anybody who's in your immediate life. And that's where a lot of the betrayal comes from, because strangers and people don't know you. And it is unfortunate that you are, you know, welcoming and you're loving and you're a kind, genuine person. And for whatever reason, these narcissists or low vibrational toxic people feel like they can take advantage of you. They end up blocking their own blessings. Or a lot of times, like I said, they just have so much envy and hate in their heart. They're not going to prosper, so you don't need to surround yourself with them. Nobody who makes you yell at them, nobody who makes you scream at them, nobody who gets you, like, it's just so low vibrational. And out of the 28 years of my life, I'm thankful. I'm so thankful. I've learned this a while ago in my early 20s, but I'm just so thankful that for the most part, 99% of the people who brought out the worst in me or who did not want me to do well is removed. Like, that's the biggest blessing. That's the biggest flex. It's not getting revenge. It's not cursing these people out. It's not pulling up. It's not. Because as someone who's encountered these people, they don't care. And a lot of times, even if if certain people were to apologize, I'm good. Like, I've forgiven every single person, including myself, because nobody is perfect. And I just move forward. And that's what you need to do. So when you come in contact with this video specifically, I need you to start moving forward. I need you to start accepting people for who they are. You can love people, you can care about people, but you can't care about them more than you care about yourself or God or ancestors in the universe. And the people that want the best for you, allow you to be you. So me being your favorite mental health specialist, the people who are now currently in my life at 28, they accept that I'm a mental health specialist. They accept that I communicate a certain type of way. They accept how I talk about certain conversations. They accept me embracing myself. They accept that I am someone who has a certain perspective and I do things a certain type of way. They accept it. They don't try to deny it. They don't try to dim it. They don't try to block it. They don't try to misinterpret it. They don't try to misunderstand. That's the same thing with you. And same thing if you're a content creator or whatever it is. People who put negative comments in your comment section, don't respond to them. Like, these people want attention so bad. You have to realize that when people are willing to bring out the worst in you, they will do anything. And I've met a lot of people like that, you guys. I met a lot of people who try to force themselves into my life or just in general. And it's just like, they're attention seekers. A lot of them have insecurities. A lot of them suffer with envy and spirits and stuff. That has nothing to do with you. You don't have to internalize that. And that's the biggest thing. When people want the best for you, they don't make you internalize their suffering or their attachment issues. I don't want to be around people where I have to internalize their, especially when you know you've done nothing to them. Like, the people who thought they were going to bring out the worst in me had so many issues. And it's just like, I never even knew these people felt this type of way, because a lot of times people that bring out the worst in you, they'll sneak diss you, they'll throw shade. It's never direct. It's never going to be to your face. They have to get groups of people to group up against you. Like, it's never going to be towards you. And that's why it's like, you shouldn't even pay them any mind. You should, like, just, like I said, let them be low vibrational. Learn to let people be low vibrational. And it's just like, if people want to genuinely be in your life, then they'll realize that, like, relationships require a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of effort. And this doesn't mean that you're not going to make choices in life. This doesn't mean that you're not going to make mistakes. But it's the intention behind it. When somebody wants the best for you, their intentions are well. They show you through their actions. Their words hold value. You know that if they say something, they're going to do it. You know that if they did something, they said it. Not people who say certain things and then turn around and do certain things. Like, people can say what they want. Your energy let me know otherwise. I watched what you did. I met a lot of people, and these people will manipulate and try to gaslight you. They'll say certain things, but then they turn around and do certain things. And I said, I can't stand. Ooh, I got chills. I can't stand to be around people like that. Oh my God, I could not stand to be around people like that. Because it's like, you don't have to be like that. Nobody has to bring out the worst out of anybody. It's a choice. I need you also to know that. People know. It's a choice to bring out the worst in people. It's a choice to bring the best out of people. So my question to you is, what are you going to choose to do? When someone shows you who they are, you have to believe them. You have to trust that's who they are. When somebody says certain things, when they do certain things, it doesn't matter. And if you want to know who somebody is, just give it some time. Give it to God, ancestors, the universe, if you believe in that things. If you don't, that's cool. I'm not here to force religion or spirituality onto you. But give it some time. You'll see who somebody is. And once again, if you want to rekindle certain relationships, you can. But I don't do second chances. Unless God, ancestors, the universe tap me and say, this person is meant to be in your life, blah, 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 they will be. If not, it is what it is. Because I know if I were out here intentionally hurting and harming people, I wouldn't expect them to forgive me or want me to be around them. So I don't feel that type of way. That's why it's really important to always leave relationships and exit gracefully. I made a video talking about that, and I'm going to make another video. Like I said, my content is for the mature audience only. When you exit relationships and environments gracefully, you don't have nothing to worry about. You don't have to deal with guilt. You don't have to feel shame. You don't have to feel embarrassed. You don't have to apologize to people. Most importantly, even if you weren't taught and shown certain things, whatever you want for yourself, put it out there, because the right people and the right things will reciprocate that energy. Like, it's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes it's the environment, sometimes it's the community, sometimes you're not around the right people, and you have to continue to work on yourself so you can improve the quality, you can improve the energy. But until you sit with yourself, until you decide what you want, until you set your boundaries, until you work on your confidence, until you are strong and firm in what it is that you believe in, you're going to constantly deal with people and places and things who are not for you. And in the end, it's only going to make you feel some type of way. So keep that in mind. When people want the best for you, they accept you, whatever that looks like. Whatever you do, they're supporting you. Whatever they do, they're there for you. Even when you're going through suffering. And that's what I realized. If people are only there when you're experiencing your wins, and they can't be there for you when things, I guess, get difficult or times are hard or whatever it is, they don't need to be around you. And you have to realize that some people too, I've met some people when I was going through things, they had a listening ear. When I started to do better, or, things were going good, or I wasn't in the situations that I was in, or I wasn't feeling how I was, nowhere to be found. Or when I was doing well, everyone wants to be around you, and then you get sick or something happens, and it's just like, I don't need those type of people around me. I need people, regardless of the season, that are going to continue to be there. Now, of course, you can outgrow people in life, because you're constantly going to grow in life. Even with that, even people that you outgrow, it doesn't have to be negative. I've outgrown people, and for some reason, because it always comes back. Everything you do always comes to the light. Everything that you do in the dark, it comes to the light. Had just said negative things and spread lies and rumors, told my business, and it's just but I had to realize these people never wanted the best for me in the first place. So once your intuition tells you, once you know, because you know who wants the best for you based off of how they carry themselves, you'll know. Once I realized certain people didn't want the best for me, I just had to realize, you know what, it is what it is. I didn't need to be sad. I don't need to be upset. The money, the effort, whatever you put in, it could be replaced. The time you can't get back, and that's what I meant to say. So make sure you use your time wisely. Trust your discernment. Go to God, ancestors, and universe if you believe in those things. Or learn to trust yourself. But people who want the best for you, if they're going to challenge you, it's in a positive way. If they're going to trigger you, it's to uplift you. It's to make you evolve. And you need to just ask yourself, if you want to know who's for you, pay attention to what they're making you do. Pay attention to the influence. Do they make you pray? Do they make you save money? Do they make you, discipline when it comes to your diet? Or are they encouraging you? Are they influencing you to do things that take away from who you are? And you'll know yourself better than anybody else. So if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, make sure you like this video, comment down below, make sure you subscribe, turn on your post notification bell. Let me know what you think. Let me know what questions, topics, or concerns you guys want me to discuss in the comment section, as well as follow me on all social media platforms. I will be going live on Instagram and TikTok. Once again, all the information will be down below until we reach our goal here on YouTube. DM me on Instagram, and if you're interested in a service or a session, head to my website at TykeHighnessDiscover.com. But remember, when people that are not for you, they will always bring out the worst in you. They will have you yell, scream, shout, end your life, lose everything, and not care. Okay? Love you, bye.